Hello everybody, this is Cullen. Today, I just want to make a quick video because this week is our 1 year anniversary of starting on YouTube. That's actually on Friday, November 4th. So we're going to do videos every day until then. Some reactions, some other things like this. Today, I want to do my five favorite albums of all time. So there's going to be a few different genres in here. And I don't know, you guys probably won't expect some of this, but I'd also like to know your thoughts on what your favorite albums are. And if you like any of the albums I'm going to talk about, let me know. Or if you haven't heard them, maybe try them out if they sound interesting. I'm going to play some of the music in the background a little bit, so you can hear some of it while I talk about it. Yeah. To start with, I wanted to start with Periphery 3 Select Difficulty. So basically all the Periphery albums are amazing. I love all of them, but Periphery 3, there's something about it. It's my favorite. Might not be their best album, but it's my favorite one. And I think that's because it's like just pure fun and just you can listen to it whenever, basically. So if you don't know, Periphery is a progressive metalcore band, kind of gent. They kind of helped jumpstart the gent movement in the early 2010s, a little bit before that if you count Misha's thing. But what I've always liked about Periphery is their way that they can make progressive metal, but also, and actually you'll see this in a lot of the other albums I pick, but the way that people can combine different elements into a song to create something unique, kind of. So, for example here, I'm just going to play a snippet of The Way the News Goes, which is a song on this album. But I'm going to play the vocals and like this synth and the strings only. If you're wondering how to do this, you can actually buy what they call, Periphery calls producer packs, where you get like the vocals and the guitars and the drums and everything else separately. It costs money, but then you can kind of hear the intricacies of how they put out all this stuff, and you'll hear a bunch of stuff you haven't heard unless you listen to the producer pack or you have outstanding hearing at hearing things that are very low in the mix. But you see how many harmonies there are? So it really makes you appreciate it more, I think, his vocals at least. So you can do that. So real quick, the songs. Whoops, sorry. Trying to pull this up real quick. So there's 11 songs on here, and they all give you such good feelings, good vibes. It starts off with 2 heavy tracks, as Periphery has always been very heavy. Well, actually 3 if you count Marigold. They have, I think they were nominated for a Grammy for one of these songs. I can't remember which one. I think it was Motormouth, maybe. Anyway, one of the songs on this album, they were nominated for a Grammy, which is pretty cool. And then, you got, like I said, you got the heavy tracks. You got Marigold here. Sorry, I don't want to play too much, copyright infringement. But Marigold is, I'd say, one of the most popular songs. And then, just real quick, I want to play A little bit of Loon. Loon is the closing track. It's a little softer, but it's a great way to close the album, and I'll get to that in a second. This is how it starts. Very chill. Anyway, so I will tell you the reason I love this album. And also, by the way, this list is in no particular order. Just my 5 favorite. Yeah, I mean, just all of the songs, like I've said twice now, but they give me such a good feeling inside, and like, I don't know, I like a lot of this softer songs bring back like good memories. This song or Catch Fire or Absalom, all bring back like just good memories, and you just feel good listening to them. The lyrics are always very relatable with Spencer. Like the way the news goes is actually, I think, pretty sure he says about being depressed, but if you listen to it, it doesn't sound like, it's not a depressing song or anything. It's actually like upbeat. And I actually got a completely different vibe of it one day when I was kind of in a bad situation, bad mood, whatever. And then I listened to it, and I had a completely different vibe of it than I had for the previous few years listening to it. So that was pretty cool. Then you have Flatline, which is about bullying and people, children or teenagers committing suicide because they're getting bullied. Very heavy song, and has an outstanding transition from the second chorus, basically the bridge, to the end of the song is just phenomenal. Like, that there's a build up, and it really has like an apex of the song there at the end. Amazing stuff. The Periphery always has motifs. If you don't know what that is, it's like a recurring kind of theme, and either it could be the same song or it could be throughout an album, which is what they usually do. So they have this like string section in The Way the News Goes, Absalom, and Loon, which motif, they all connect together, which is really cool. Once you realize that and you kind of hear it, and you're like, okay, that's very, very interesting and very cool. Absalom has an outstanding intro with the bass tone from Nolly. Then you have Catch Fire, which, here, just real quick, this is like basically a pop song, or like it's really not progressive metal at all, but the fact that they can do it so well is just outstanding, to be honest. How they can just make a pop song better than most pop artists. Phenomenal stuff. Then you have Prayer Position. Prayer Position is a banger in every sense of... Okay, just this intro. Then you get to like the hook, the chorus. Yeah, you kind of get the picture. So, like I said, 11 songs. There's all kinds of different vibes on there. I could literally listen to this album whenever, and it will never not be great. I think a lot of these songs are among my most played ever on Spotify because they're just so, like I said, so fun and easy to listen to while still being technical. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. This is probably my favorite album ever, actually. I know I'm not really ranking them, but this is probably number one after, listening to it even hundreds or thousands of times. It never gets old to me. And yeah, if you haven't heard the whole thing, I would certainly recommend checking out. Actually, funny story. Periphery 4, when that came out, I was listening to it in my room on my laptop. And that's kind of what made me want to start a reaction channel. Because I was obviously anticipating it. They had released Blood Eagle and Garden of the Bones as singles already. and then I was just kind of freaking out listening to the rest of the album when it was released. So that was kind of like, okay, I wish I had that on video. But anyway, it's just a side note on that. But Periphery 3 Select Difficulty, one of the best albums, my favorite. Next is probably be a surprise. But back in 2015, Blackbear released his second studio album called Deadroses. So at the time, Blackbear was not very popular. Actually, hold on. Right now, on Spotify, Blackbear's 21.5 million monthly listeners. He's 163rd most monthly listeners. At one point, he was like 5th or something ridiculous. But back in 2015, he was not very popular. I mean, like, obviously not that popular. I just remember a tweet he put out. He said, "This is how he could afford to do this." But he said, if you send me a screenshot of you pre-ordering this album, Deadroses, he would follow you back on Twitter. So I remember doing that, but I don't have Twitter anymore, so whatever. Anyway, this album is kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's R&B. It's R&B, but it is like kind of like alternative R&B. Is that how they? I don't know if that's how you can describe it. Let's see. I don't know how to describe it. But there's 10 songs on this album. This album is also one I could basically listen to whenever. A lot of these songs are pretty popular now. Dirty Laundry is pretty. Man, I can't see shit in the spotlight. She found receipts from the last night. You can tell it sounds different than a lot of R&B. I just wanna fucking feel right. But this album really spoke to me, and kind of actually I started making my own music in 2015, and this album kind of inspired me to do something a little different versus just using standard sounding songs. Not that I'm not a great singer at all. Actually, I'm pretty mediocre, if I would say, but just I love the process of making music, so that's why I do it. But this album kind of helped me step out of my comfort zone to create different kinds of things that you probably might not have heard a lot at the time. IDFC is on here. That's a huge album he has. This song called Ain't Love. Laying in around the way. I just wanna stop and stare. Okay, so basically he does something incredibly smart, I would say. Right here, the first verse and the second verse are almost the same lyrically, but he adds like one more or a few more lines at the beginning of the second verse and then repeats the first verse basically. But by doing that, he completely changes the meaning of the first verse. And then once you realize that, it's kind of mind-blowing, I would say. And really kind of changes the whole perspective of the song and what it's about, which is really cool. I don't know. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. And again, I don't want to play it too much because copyright. But I'm looking for a vinyl copy of this, but they are very rare and very expensive. So if I ever see one for a reasonable price, I'm going to get it. But actually, the rest of these albums I'll have on vinyl, all of them. Next, this was a big thing for me when I was in high school. Came out my senior year. This is Anberlin's album called Vital. And this is another album that takes a lot of different elements and puts in all the songs, which is probably where my love for this came from. You know, just mixing all these genres and different sounds, and kind of why I probably like doing that as well now. But so Anberlin's like a alternative or a rock band. I don't know. I haven't really found many bands that sound like them, so it's hard to say. But here's a couple snippets. This song is called Self Starter. Hold on. So you hear the electronic, and you know, you still got the heavy guitars and the great singing. So there's that. We did a reaction to this song called Other Side. So this song has a lot of cool elements throughout the whole song, but here's the ending. Pretty cool stuff. I like that. Type 3. Completely different vibe here. Anyway, so this album, I remember listening to it on my iPod. This was back when iPods were still cool. Streaming services weren't that popular yet in 2012. But I remember listening to it on the bus ride to school, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is great." I've seen Anberlin twice. I got to meet them. Very cool stuff. Great band. I have a poster somewhere from their last tour in Minneapolis when they came here. I don't know where it is, but yeah, Anberlin always has really relatable lyrics, and they're like actually well written. If you like Anberlin and you haven't seen this, the lead singer wrote basically what every song is about on, I think it was Tumblr, and so you can go look at that if you want. Kind of figure out what every song they've basically ever written is about. Pretty cool stuff, but you know, just again, for me, hearing this is probably what sparked my love for different kinds of sounds, which we've heard now in Periphery and also Blackbear a little bit, but to a lesser extent there. But this next album is probably also really heavy on the switch ups and the different kind of sounds, and that would be Beautiful Oblivion by Issues. This came out in 2019. I was a big Issues fan. We saw them together, me and Cassandra, here in Minneapolis. Got to meet them. Actually, they had a little contest. Not a contest. We had VIP tickets, so we got to meet them, got photos, and had them sign our albums. But also they gave all the VIP members a little ticket stub, and they said whatever number they call will win a special package where you could be on the side of the stage, and you get one of the small vinyl, I think they're 7 inches, of the single tapping out, which I ended up winning that, so that was pretty cool. Great experience. And we ended up not going on the stage because we wanted to see it from the front, but so we were in the front row. That was pretty cool. But Issues is kind of they're a little genty nowadays, but well, always, but basically a gent pop rock. They have like a metal country song on their second album with John Langston. they've just basically since their existence, they've just merged all kinds of different genres in basically every song they've ever made. The first EP is like just metalcore, but yeah. Here's a few previews because this one I think a lot of you would like. Also, this album is super relatable as well. It's like way more mature than their first few albums, the first two albums. So the guitars are so musically. This band is so talented. AJ is the guitarist and he does screaming now. Sky's a bassist and does a little singing. And then Josh on the drums. They're all super talented at their instruments, and you can really hear it on this album. There's so many different cool things that especially AJ and Sky do. Actually, Josh, all three of them, but I'm obviously more into the guitar because I semi-play the guitar. So I get to hear all that kind of before everything else. And it takes me a few more listens to hear the drums and the bass, but there's that. Here, this is Fine Forever, where you can hear some interesting guitar work. Just love the guitar in this album. Might be some of my favorite guitar work ever. So I'm gonna skip forward a little so there's no copyright. Are you comfortable with showing me your soul? You still don't trust me to be yours again. God. Are you comfortable with taking on? So good. Guitar work. So that's pretty cool. They have a song called Flexin', which is just weird. But it's like completely unlike anything that rests on the album. But I got money to blow. My daddy's in my ear. Tyler Carter, amazing vocalist too. They still keep the progressive elements, but like in a weird like Michael Jackson or Prince style song, kind of. Very cool. There's not much screaming on this album, but they do have some in this song. Again, AJ does the screaming now, the guitarist. They have some filthy breakdowns. That's one of them. This breakdown and downfall. Hold on, you guys gotta hear this. Hold on, that's not it. Alright, it's coming right here. I don't know, man. Just crazy work all around. Drumming, guitar, vocally. I'm very excited for... they have a piano song here called Your Sake. Somebody else for your sake. I'm only lying to myself. So, I'm very excited for what they do next. I don't know if they're getting a new vocalist, because Tyler's not in the band anymore, but I don't know if they're going to do that, if they're just going to be instrumental. I don't know what they're going to do, but apparently they're working on a new album, so I'm very excited to see what that will be. I love all their work, and it just came out 3 years ago this month, October, so hopefully we don't have to wait too long for something new. But yeah, check out Beautiful Oblivion by Issues if you have not yet. And you like the gent in R&B and pop and rock and metal. And then number 5 is a hip-hop album called Because the Internet by Childish Gambino. This album has 19 songs. There's a few interludes, but there's 19 tracks. This album it's hard to describe exactly what's going on. Basically, there's like a script that goes with the album, and like to get the full experience, you should read the script while listening to the album. Like, read the script for the first song, while listening to the first song, you get the picture, and then you kind of hear what's going on. Or, I mean, you get to hear what's going on and read the script at the same time. Absolutely insane, the amount of work this man put in on this album. Beautiful production by Ludwig and Donald Glover. You know, if you like rap, this is... Okay.
Rec league, I ain't paying a bar. Y'all be string like a broke guitar, and he still put it down like the family dog. Yeah, I murdered.
Okay, that's how he comes in on the album. Crazy. He's got a lot of features. Chance the Rapper, Lloyd. I don't know, just all kinds of features. And again, if you like straight hip hop songs, there's a lot of that. If you like softer songs, more R&B, he does singing too. Like listen to this beautifulness. Yeah, just insane. I remember this album leaked. Oh yeah, this came out in 2013 as well. I remember this album leaked like a couple weeks early, and it was an experience to listen to. And yeah, I don't listen to hip hop too much anymore, but this is one album I can always go back to and enjoy it every single time. Maybe I should listen to it again. But yeah, so those are my top 5 albums. Favorite, not top 5. 5 favorite albums. Again, we have Periphery 3. We have Blackbear, Deadroses. We have Anberlin, Vital. Issues, Beautiful Oblivion. And Childish Gambino, Because the Internet. So I'm going to link all those in the description for you if you want to listen to them. And then, again, let me know if you've heard any of these, your thoughts on them, if you haven't heard them. And also, what are some of your favorite albums? Because, you know, we're a reaction channel. We want to kind of see what you guys like as well. You know, we're a community here. So, I did the Operation Mindcrime reaction, which unfortunately got blocked. If you want to see that, it is on our Patreon. We're going to try Appetite for Destruction, because that won the poll, but if it gets blocked, I don't know, I'm going to have to finagle it, maybe. Otherwise, as always, the full version will always be on the Patreon, though, so you can check that out. I will post a notification when I record and upload that anyway, because I have not done that yet, but yeah, I'm doing at least one full album a month, so I kind of want to mix it up, different genres, but Appetite will be next. So anyway, thank you for watching. I just want to make this quick video. Again, be on the lookout for some more videos every day this week from us. And then I believe Friday we might be doing a live stream. I haven't fully decided yet, but we might be doing a live stream for the 1 year anniversary of our YouTube channel. So Anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.